Background to the book of Nehemiah from the John MacArthur Study Bible. Nehemiah, his name means Jehovah Comforts, who's a famous cupbearer. And let's see, the Greek and the Latin Vulgate named this book the Second Ezra, so though they're separate in most English Bibles, they have once been joined together in a single unit in the Hebrew text. So Nehemiah's this is his personal diaries written from first-person perspective, and let's see. And both Jewish and Christian traditions recognize Ezra as the author of these books. Very few people would have been allowed to access the royal archives of the Persian Empire, but Ezra proved to be the exception. So the events happened in 446 BC, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes. And let's see, that's some more information. And we see that true to God's promise, he brought the Syrians and Babylonians to discipline Judah and Israel. So they deported the 10 northern tribes and later on destroyed Jerusalem. And during the Jews' captivity, the Babylonians eventually were overruled by the Persians. And so it gives you more information on the Persian Empire. It's the greatest world power at the time. One thing to know is Esther was Artaxerxes' stepmother, so that could have influenced them to look favorably upon the Jews, especially Nehemiah. And some more information. Some themes in this book we see. To the reading of God's Word, it's important to do this publicly. And as it is written in the law, they obeyed God's law. We also see the obedience of Nehemiah, and that's another major theme. Though other people tried to frustrate Nehemiah's plans, the enemies of God, but because of his trust in the Lord and God's sovereignty, he allowed God to work through him. As we see, it is God who put it on his heart to do this, and it is Nehemiah who accomplished it. Another theme is opposition, as all the enemies of God do not want to see Jerusalem built back up. That happens even today. So, but it's also a reminder of the sovereign hand of God. All this happens because God is in control. So, the outline for this book, just some quick points. Nehemiah's first term as governor, chapter 1 to chapter 12. We see Nehemiah's return and reconstruction, chapter 1 to chapter 7. Ezra's revival and renewal, chapter 7 to chapter 10, verse 39. Then Nehemiah's resettlement and rejoicing, chapter 11 to chapter 12. Then finally, it concludes with Nehemiah's second term as governor in chapter 13.